What's going on, everyone? Sports back with another video, and in this video I'm going to be talking about the newest Toronto Blue Jays signing, that is Brandon Belt. As the Toronto Blue Jays have signed the San Francisco 49er, the longtime San Francisco 49er first baseman, Brandon Belt. He's got a few nicknames: Baby Draft, Sparky, Captain. He's been around a while, and he's been really good for the San Francisco 49ers. Throughout his career, he was drafted by them back in 2009 in the 5th round. He's played a lot of games over the course of his career, and I like the move for the Jays. I really do. I think he's a good player that could bring a lot to the table here. He's 34 years of age. He'll be 35 at the end of April, and taking a look at Belt, he's been really good. He's a left-handed bat. Of course, the Giants, we're still looking for in terms of the depth. I think that's a great move. 1-year deal, $9.3 million. I think it's a pretty, it's not cheap, but it's definitely, something that I think is money well spent. I think you take a look at what the Jays needed, to this point. I would definitely say that, a left-handed bat was needed. He could play first base. He could be the DH. He could, do a couple things for you. So that'll obviously help things out a little bit, and it'll make him a pretty good player. And in terms of how he might fit in, he'll probably play a whole bunch of games. He'll probably get some good playing time here with the Jays, and he's been around the league for a long time. So. There's no question that he'll get his opportunities with the Jays, and he'll be a big piece to us. He could play in left field as well, so that helps out. We got a few left-handed bats in here now, so that is good for the Jays. Taking a look at Brandon Belt's stats, he had a pretty bad year this year. Probably his worst year of his career. It definitely was, but he's 34, right? So you can't really expect that much. But hopefully it was just a little stump there. For the 2-time World Series champion, he's also been an all-star in his career. But in terms of where we might see him play and how much we might see him play, I would probably think he plays about 100 games. I think that's right in his area. Probably hit 15 to 20 homers, hit 240, 250. That's where the Jays are hoping to have Brandon Belt, and that's Brandon Belt we're hoping to get. Taking a look at his numbers last year in 78 games, he had 8 home runs. That was, the worst he's had in his career since his second season back in 2012. He had a really good year in 2021, though, so that's kind of the Brandon Belt the Jays are hoping to get. Guy who played 3 games shy of 100. And he hit 29 home runs, 59 RBIs, and hit 275. That's the guy we're looking for. A guy who's able to come in here and help us out. Give us that that left-handed bat that we need. A guy who could play in left field. A guy who could play first base, a guy who can be the DH for us. So, I think Brandon Belt's he's also a guy who's going to bring experience. He's going to bring some good veteran mindset for the Jays that are a really young team. So I think not only could he bring a bat and some fielding, he could definitely bring some in the locker room community type of kind of guy. A really smart, responsible, good leader for this young group of guys. So I think that could really be a good, that probably was a good selling point here for the Jays to bring in Brandon Belt. So I think Brandon Belt is going to be a nice pickup, a nice addition for the Jays. Like I said, I probably think if I had to guess his numbers, probably plays 100 games, hits 15 to 20 homers, hits for 250. Drives in 50 to 60 runs. I think he's going to be that type of player for the Jays. Probably gets a few starts at first base. When Vladdy needs a night off at first and wants to play DH, or he'll play some DH. Maybe play some left field for the Jays if Dalton Varsho needs to be moved because Springer maybe needs a night off in the outfield, or maybe Varsho needs a night off in the outfield, So Brandon Belt has some versatility to him too, so that's very good. And I think this is a really good pickup for the Jays. It doesn't cost much. It's a one-year deal, $9.3 million to bring in Brandon Belt, a guy who's been there and done that. He's won the World Series in 2012 and 14 with the San Francisco Giants. And he's a guy who could be with the Jays for some, for a couple of years on the back end of his career if he really proves, to be a good helper and impactful for the Jays. But guys, that is all I got in this video. You guys, let me know down in the comment section your thoughts on the Toronto Blue Jays bringing in Brandon Belt to the team. 1 year, $9.3 million deal. Let me know what you think about that in the comment section down below. What do you think he'll bring to the table? Like I said, 100 games, 15 to 20 home runs, 50 or so RBIs, and about 250 from the plate. But let me know that good stuff down in the comment section. As always, please leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. See you guys on the next video. And as always, let's go Blue Jays.